Akaza is a supporting antagonist from Kimetsu no Yaiba, holding the third highest position, upper rank 3. I don't know much about Akaza because I have not read the manga. And why? Because what Ufotable has delivered so far is absolutely gorgeous. So instead of chatting about, his entire story, let's just chat about his appearance in the Mugen Train movie. If we go by the film, what we know so far is that Akaza is a strong battle-crazed demon who adores fighting. He has shown to be more than capable of keeping up with the movements of a Hashira, and although he couldn't accept Rengoku in his human form at first because he deems humans too weak, his interest in Rengoku remained and grew even more when Rengoku exceeds Akaza's expectations in his final moments. When you open up your gigantic statue boxes, you usually can expect a decent packaging system. Fantasy Studio are obviously here for the long run as they provide their very own company tag straps around the phone box. The phone box has 2 levels that are sweetly organized and immediately got me excited of putting this all together. It's funny because I'm so used to getting instructions for figures that sometimes, I think are not even necessary at all, and most of the time I don't even open up the instruction sacks in the figure boxes. But fuck me sideways and call me a donut, I do wish they would have provided me one here. But after an hour or so, I got them, all set and well. Some measurements were slightly off from production, like the magnets didn't line up here. But for me it's forgivable as long as it's not the main piece and that it doesn't fall off just by looking at it. Oh, and under the base we have another little added detail printed on the figure commercial image. I pre-ordered the EX version. X version? Does it call it EX version? I don't know. Which comes with an additional figure completely separate to the main one, where we can see a representations of Akaza's death, I'm guessing? Anyway, look at this thing. It's flippin' amazing. When I picked it up and stared at it, I was really stunned by the level of detail all over. It's just so intense. All standard and X versions come with a number plate of which, it's your copy, which you have out of the limited production batch. It's numbered. It's pretty cool. And this is fairly common with resin statues. The standard and X version both come with 2 LED heads that light up behind the eyes. You do need some special batteries to be inserted in the head, which I couldn't get, but you get the idea anyway with these promotional images. I mean, maybe it's just me, I'm not used to, resin statues and unlicensed studios, but I mean, heck, this looks great. They look amazing. They both look great to me. The LED base pushes out a dozen of cool transparent effects all around, which absorb the LED lighting splendidly. The center core of the base shows a shattered ground that has Akaza's signature move chanting marks, where the LED breathes out different colors through the lines and symbols. It's so awesome. It's the dog's bollocks. There are also some lovely non-transparent effects and rocks levitating around the base. And finally, the main attraction, very well done and extremely loyal to his original design. His muscular fighting body leaves out little imagination for us, as all his marks, clothing, and colors have been perfectly captured here. His foot that shatters the ground also has his beaded bracelet that goes around his ankle. I think his trousers have a pretty cool detailed realistic texture, and we can see the same level of attention on all his other pieces of clothing. I think Fantasy Studio left no rock unturned here, even when it comes to his demon veins pushing out between his skin and flesh. His hair color and style is great, and of course, his chest and abdominal area is loyal to Akaza's general physique as well. Fantasy Studio also have one of Rengoku, which is much more expensive, probably because of the surrounding effects, and yet not as good in my opinion. I don't feel good about the face on that one, but again, that's my personal opinion.
No.